He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a spark about him, a rare mix of intensity, confidence, and effortless screen presence that made audiences take notice. Mert Ramazan Demir didn't simply enter Turkish entertainment. He built his own identity within it, transforming raw potential into one of the fastest rising acting careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Mert Ramazan Demir was born on January 28, 1998, in Istanbul, Turkey. Long before television fame, he showed a strong inclination toward acting and performance. Unlike many traditional paths, his entry into the industry was driven by persistence and self-development. He studied acting and trained professionally, focusing on building emotional depth and technical skill from an early stage. His transition into acting marked a decisive turning point. He began with smaller roles in television and digital projects, gradually gaining industry exposure. Early appearances in projects like Ogrtman and Siplak helped him develop on-screen confidence and presence. Wider recognition came with his role in Yalı Çapkını, where he portrayed Ferret. The series became a massive hit both in Turkey and internationally, turning him into a household name and significantly expanding his global fan base. His performance stood out for its emotional realism, layered character development, and natural charisma. Rather than staying confined to one type of role, Mert continued to explore diverse projects. He appeared in films such as I Am You and UFO, demonstrating his ability to adapt between cinematic storytelling and television drama. Each role reflected steady growth and a commitment to refining his craft. Mert's approach to acting reveals a focus on authenticity. He gravitates toward characters with emotional complexity, allowing him to explore vulnerability, conflict, and transformation. This method has positioned him as a modern actor capable of connecting deeply with younger audiences while maintaining critical credibility. Off-screen, his public image combines simplicity with modern appeal. He maintains a relatively private lifestyle, avoiding excessive media exposure while staying connected with fans through selective appearances and social media presence. His lifestyle reflects discipline and balance. He prioritizes physical fitness, mental focus, and continuous improvement in his craft. Despite rapid fame, he has maintained a grounded approach, focusing on long-term career development rather than short-term visibility. His fashion sense aligns with contemporary trends, clean, stylish, and confident. Whether attending premieres or public events, he presents a modern aesthetic that resonates strongly with his generation. While aspects of his personal life have drawn public curiosity, he remains selective about what he shares. Within the industry, he is often described as dedicated, focused, and highly committed to understanding his characters. His influence has grown rapidly beyond Turkey, with international audiences discovering his work through globally distributed series. Brand collaborations and endorsements have followed, reflecting both popularity and rising market value. As of 2026, his estimated net worth reflects his fast-growing career, driven by television success, film projects, and commercial partnerships. More importantly, he has established himself as one of the most promising actors of his generation. What truly distinguishes him is emotional authenticity. He brings a natural, unforced quality to his performances, making his characters feel real and relatable. This ability continues to set him apart in an increasingly competitive industry. Mert Ramazan Demir's journey is defined by momentum and evolution. From emerging roles to leading a global hit series, his rise reflects determination, adaptability, and a clear vision for growth. As of 2026, he stands as a defining face of the new generation in Turkish entertainment, dynamic, evolving, and built for longevity. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into global superstardom, yet there was always something unmistakable about him. A presence both intellectual and intense, a charisma that feels earned rather than manufactured. Çağlar Ertuğrul didn't step into acting as just another face in a competitive industry. He built his artistic identity with patience, discipline, and a sharp analytical mind, turning calculated choices into one of the most respected careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Çağlar Ertuğrul was born on November 5, 1987, in Izmir, Turkey. Long before major television productions and award ceremonies, he was a university student studying mechanical engineering at Koç University. Acting was not an obvious destiny. It emerged through university theater, where performance began as exploration rather than ambition. What started as curiosity soon evolved into commitment. Instead of chasing instant fame, he focused on mastering technique. Theater became his training ground, sharpening his stage control, timing, and emotional articulation. That foundation gave him an edge when transitioning to screen. His early roles quickly revealed composure and intelligence in performance, capturing attention for their authenticity. One of his breakthrough moments came with the historical action film Dag, where he portrayed Oguz Keller. The physically demanding role required endurance and emotional resilience, proving he could carry intensity on screen. The sequel further solidified his reputation as a commanding lead. He later expanded his range in television with projects such as Fazla Hanım v. Kızları, where he portrayed Yagay Ejman. The role demanded emotional layering, blending vulnerability with strength. His performance resonated strongly with audiences, elevating him to mainstream recognition. In Teşkilat, he embraced a high-intensity intelligence officer role, balancing physical action with psychological tension. The series broadened his visibility internationally, especially as Turkish dramas expanded into global streaming markets. Çağlar Ertuğrul's acting style is often defined by controlled intensity. He approaches characters analytically, dissecting motivation and structure before stepping into performance. Rather than exaggerated expression, he favors measured delivery and subtle emotional progression. This restraint creates credibility, whether he is portraying a soldier, businessman, or intelligence operative. Off-screen, his lifestyle reflects intellectual curiosity. Known for his thoughtful interviews and candid humor on social media, he balances discipline with relatability. Fitness remains central due to physically demanding roles, yet he also projects a reflective, articulate persona that distinguishes him from purely image-focused celebrity culture. As his career progressed, he became a prominent figure not only in Turkish television, but also across international markets. Magazine features and brand collaborations followed, aligning him with a modern and sophisticated image. His fashion presence leans toward sharp tailoring and structured silhouettes, projecting quiet authority. Financially, his success extends through major television contracts, film projects, endorsements, and digital influence. While exact figures remain private, his consistent presence in high-profile productions positions him among the established actors of his generation. What sets Çağlar Ertuğrul apart is strategic thinking. He approaches acting as both craft and calculation, carefully selecting roles that challenge him while expanding his range. In an industry often driven by rapid trends, he emphasizes durability and evolution. As of 2026, Çağlar Ertuğrul stands as a commanding figure in contemporary Turkish cinema and television. From engineering student in Izmir to leading action and drama productions, his journey reflects intelligence, discipline, and deliberate growth. Rather than chasing fleeting spectacle, he continues building a career defined by structure and substance. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.